I don't know if I should take this off too. I don't know. Yeah, we comfy now. Okay. Now, how does this relate to me? So, I want to win. What do I have to lose? Probably my sleep. Bro, somebody came in here for sure. Nice. I have to take, in order to win, you gotta take a risk. Never change. Responsibilities. Nice possibility. We're not gonna talk about that. I don't know how to spell that. Responsibility. Okay. And then there's these. Time and money. Is it worth it though? With this, is it worth it? And actually What's the name of it? Simulated. Simulated experience. So, that internship. Then, that goes into here. Times, travel. And living, for the most part. Right? Now, tuition. I could cut tuition and do online. So, but the tuition, because the tuition, what do I lose and gain? So I could gain debt. I lose financially. I gain investment. Invest. Lose. Sometimes you can sleep. Sleep is a thing. However, to counter this, I could just gain real world experience. That's spelled that wrong. ERIENC. And just cut out this entire thing and keep it with the online sell. Online sell. Or job. Now, why would some people say that college is more worth it? Start, you're doing classes that isn't typically with business at that time that's starting up. So college is like the simulator. Okay, you get the trial and error. And no one gets hurt. But your pockets. However, this is a act of risk. It's an active risk. So lose money to then gain money. Maybe. Why maybe? Factors are your health, if you make it, the economy. The economy itself could mess you up. And then, what else? What else is, did you engage socially? Is it just like that? Socially? Did you engage socially? And this is literally all that it really is. All it really is a simulator. socially. To engage socially. So why not do this outside of college? So then what's the point? What does college have to offer me that I can't just get in real world experience? Now, can college teach you how to online sell? Yes. There's marketing. But the only true marketing is to, anyway, experiment. So why not just experiment outside of college? Because at the end of the day, when they give us assignments, we go home. This is our time to do whatever we want. So why are we doing assignments? Well, I can do deep work. I could, what benefits me? My goals and my dreams. But wouldn't it just be better to cut college in general? Cut college in general. Oof. And experiment. Because that's literally all. Experiment. No, the risk. Now, it can fail, but you can also fail in college too. And then what's the risk there? You get kicked out. You probably feel regret. You might owe money. But if my risk here, if I fail, is I could try again. Rework. But it's not the same as this, because this required money. That required money. And time. Which then makes it a sunk cost. However, the risk here, try it and work. But what do you try again? You might lose money. But what do you get to keep? Sanity. Regret is there, but in the eyes of the public, you tried. But you can't show that you tried in college. It's like impossible. No one knows the assignments. So, at the end of the day, you're just working for yourself. To benefit society. Huh. Me. Today is November. Today is November 14, 2025. I have Hello? What happened? Let me see. Where do I put my attention? Silence. Awesome. This doesn't transfer. I need 0 for doing this. 0 for doing this. Close. I make 0 for doing this. So if that's the case. Why try? In other words, what? Yeah. what I could be holding on to is Lity. This is the only possibility. That is the only other reason to try. Because if I try, possibly I can come back home. I can come back and redo it all. And what I lose, what I gain is, again, just the degree. Because that's all we're here for. All we're here for is the degree, nothing else. And again, time and money. Product research. Now, can this transfer to money? Yes. Because I can sell that info. However, for assignments, I can, yes, sell ideas, but not material I learned. So what am I doing this? So with and then time. Purchasing a product. Now, do I get money from this? No, I don't. But what is my possibility? Possibility is profit for my labor. And for my time. I currently have a debt. I have a debt of $3,303 that I need to pay off before here. Now, it's 38 days. That is a month plus some. Well, where do I put my attention? Do I put it to assignments or hustle? This is where possibility comes back. Possibility after college. So for me, my after is December 2025. So after college, might still have this debt if I was to just focus on assignments. But after I could focus on this and gain profits. But how? And why? And with what? Focusing on assignments. Focus on assignments. What do I gain? What do I gain at this point with this debt and this date? What do I gain here? What am I gaining? GPA? Which doesn't matter when I still have this debt, because GPA can't pay this. They can't. However, hustling can pay this. So, what? Credits? I come back. Let's say I come back. My after is now my now. I come back, and what do I gain? GPA. But GPA doesn't pay debt, which I might acquire more debt. Because my scholarships aren't even there anymore. They're all exhausted. So then, what would be the purpose of me doing this and going to class? If in the end, this is not gonna pay this leads to here, this isn't gonna pay that, and I'm gonna still have to decide what to do here. And this is my logic. Feel me? But nobody be understanding what I'm trying to say here. But this is what I'm trying to say. This is exactly what I'm trying to tell people. So me trying with these assignments, everyone is saying, don't give up. Don't give up. That's what people are saying. However, what they will say after is, what happened? What happened? Why did you drop out? Now, so far I did 3 years here. 3 years, but I still have sophomore credits because I didn't give up. I pushed past. I was a freshman, made it to sophomore. I'm at my 3rd year. So by this point, I'm 3 years deep. And what did I gain? I gained debt, bro. And now I need to look at what to do after college. Because now I'm 3,000 deep. All because I didn't give up. Now, is it possible? Again, possibility. Can this get paid off through college? Yes. But what is the, but for right now, today, now, no. Because college is an investment. it was a short term, I will go for my associates. But since we're in it for the long game, we got that bachelor's. Because that's all we came for. Because this is the credits. I would have to come back for 2 semesters. Now, how much is that? Bro, I don't even know myself. But what I do know is I'm already 3K deep. So is it worth it? Is it worth it right now? At this time. No, it's the same thing as a hustle. A hustle always fails. It's called a hustle for a reason. It's not called a job. A job. So what the heck do I do? I don't even know myself. But the college stuff. College can fail. But you still have to put the outside work. Which is still, you have to hustle for that. Oh my days. And then that goes into my other point. At the end of the day, it's about the experiment. That I can get the same amount by hustling, the same amount of social by hustling. Not legally, of course, legal. So, where do I put my attention? Possibility, I'll put my attention to my assignments. I'll come back in about a year, maybe 2 years. How much money does it take to attend here at IUP? IUP costs, IUP in 2025. How much money is that? So I need about 2 semesters. Wait. I think I actually need 3. Yeah, 3 semesters actually. I thought it was 2, and it will be 3 because we have fall, spring, and then fall again. Yeah. Every semester costs, as of right now, for 2025, it's $24,000, $416. Wow. How the heck do I come up with $24,000? How? I thought it was more than that. To be honest, I remember it being 28, but cause some extra fee, I don't know. But how do I come up with $24,000? And the only reason why I have to remember 10 years is because of credits. My credits are stuck here, majority of them. It's probably like 75, 25, or like 50, 50. I don't even know. $24,000. Let's just say 25 to be safe. Let's say 25, because there's always fees. And then 25. And then I need about, let's say, in order to survive in a semester, not too many meal swipes every day. In order to just regularly live, you're gonna need at least like 3,000. I'm not gonna lie. At least 3, maybe not even 1 to 3,000. So then you left with 28,000. This is so you're comfortable in school. You don't gotta worry about food. You don't gotta worry about clothes. Your laundry is taken care of. 1 to 3,000. Okay. There's no way you can go a semester with $500. Like, 500 is already majority of your bucks. So, what now? Because then we pay this, and you still have those books and those extra fees that you didn't even think were going to be a thing because of teachers. Like, I had this mock interview that I had to pay for, and that cost $25. But there's a late fee of $50. So it's like, what is going on? What are these extra fees? So it rounds up to 28,000 for sure. So I'm here with this 3,000, 303 $3. Where to put my attention at this point? With 38 days. Now, so put my attention to hustle. What do I have in my corner? On my laptop, I got Procreate. I got socials. I have my iPad. Got my phone. Laptop, Procreate, socials, iPad, phone. And I have products already. Okay, button into my assignments. I have this, and this. Okay, it's 3, 4. So I gotta pay attention to this. So, behind in assignments because between my first to 2 weeks, money. I didn't have enough money to get my assignments, so I was already struggling from the start. Okay, so I already didn't start off good. And then there was that point where it got to around, I don't know, it was like 7 to 8 weeks in. And then I crashed. Okay? I realized I have a debt. I realized I don't got enough money to make it to 2025, 2026. By that point, I lose it. So then, for the next 1 to 2 weeks, I become stuck and behind again. Within this 1 to 2 weeks, the third week, there was fees. I would like to say them as fees. Unexpected assignments that are not assignments, but extra technically assignments. Okay, let's just say assignments that I wasn't ready for, that I didn't know I would have to pay, and certain things I didn't know I needed. So it just made this deeper into this like black hole. So now by this point, that's what leads to this crash, which then leads to this crash. So I started the semester, I didn't even start off strong. I didn't. So what did I do for that 1 to 2 weeks anyway? Because I still had to take responsibility. And what I could have done better was probably, no, I think I did everything that I could. I did everything. I did. In the summer, I got a job. I had got a job, worked at that jewelry store. I don't think I spelled that right. And then I did others. I did DoorDash. I did Uber Eats. And I did Instacart. So why am I being at fault now that I have to drop out? Why me? I literally saved so much money, but I wasn't ready for those fees. I wasn't ready for those subscriptions that the classes was gonna give me, bro. All of that didn't account because I still needed money to eat. I still needed money to get through my day, do laundry. And why am I being hit? If I did everything that I could in my power, bro, I got the extra job. I did more extra work. There was not a single point in my entire week where I really got to rest. Just more stress on stress on stress. And then not even this is enough actually. During that summer job, at one point hours was cut. Hours got cut. Cool. That was fine. Hours got cut and I focused on the other stuff. I come here to school. I came here in August. Within those 1 to 2 weeks, I didn't even think that was 1 to 2 weeks. I think that was like 2 to 3. Between the second and that third week, I got a job. I'm already on track trying to get me out of this. Because I knew these days were coming. I knew it. I already got a job. Got the job. Cool. That job paid 11. From that summer job, I was getting paid 19. This from this is a big jump. Why didn't I just stay here? Why did I even come to college? Why did I come here? These are two different numbers, bro. 11 to 19. I should have just stayed, bro. I should have just stayed at that summer job. Instead, I came here and I said, okay, I'm gonna try this out one more time. Why? Because the possibility that I would have make money like this, basically like $20 an hour. And this was a regular summer job at that. So, I get that job. That first job, this is college. This is this year. Got the first job. Cool. Somehow, I'm still struggling. Now I have subscriptions to hit, which I didn't get help with. Now, laundry, food, and I got sick like 2 times. Out of nowhere, I was given the opportunity to get another job. By this time, this is between that 7 to 8 weeks. I get a second job. Get that second job. And that job paid $12.50. So the 11 and the $12.50. Both of those together. But then I get hit with that, oh wait, my tuition is still not paid off. It's still not paid. And then I'm like, okay, maybe all the money I get from here should probably go to tuition. But then how am I gonna eat? How am I gonna live? And how am I gonna cover every time I get sick or some type of problem? By this point, I'm not even spending money on entertainment. I didn't go outside. I barely ate food. Okay, it was a lot going on. Okay, it was a lot going on between these 1 to 8 weeks. All right, if all my money is going to my tuition, how am I gonna get through? These jobs are supposed to be covering this. Why is it going here? It's supposed to be covering these. Why is it going here, bro? So I decided I'm not gonna put the money there. Cause why am I putting it there if I have to get here? I'm here right now. Putting the money in here. How am I gonna go do this? So majority of my money went here. Out of nowhere, that summer job gave me my last paycheck that I didn't even know was my last paycheck, by the way. It was about 200 something. I took some money away, gave it to my family, whatever. 200. I decided now it's time to hustle. By this point, 2000 and something else. It was 2000 something. Billing. All right. 2,400. $407 deep. Some situation happened on my school's end, and then they hit me with that extra money, and then now I'm $3,303 in. Why am I the one suffering? If I got a summer job and then I had got those other gigs, I come here, I do another job, and then I did another job, but yet I'm still getting hit every time. Why? I don't understand. So how about this? There's 38 days left. I'm gonna work as hard as possible. All the money I get now has to go to this. It has to. Because I'm trying to be free. I want when this day comes, I'm not worried, I'm not stressing. And I'm focused. Because now I have to move as if this college scenario just never existed to start. And that's about it. I did put the table back.